Glad to have you with us in the studio. I'm Reese Davis, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. The Bulls have been methodical in their approach all season long, and it served them well. They continue to sit on top of the division. They're making their way closer and closer to that conference championship game. Thanks for checking out the pregame show. NCAA college football action coming up next with Brad and Kirk on the call. David and I will see you at halftime.
This is Memphis, Tennessee, where one can see Graceland, Beale Street, and this tremendous college football game coming up. Let's head down to the coin toss now. And it's brought to you by Coke Zero. Real Coca-Cola taste and 0 calories. Enjoy everything. The kickers got the ball set up, and we're ready to get this thing started. He really got a hold of that kick. He's tackled at the 32. Well, from that first time they walked on campus as a recruit to their freshman season, and now here they are as seniors taking the field for the final time. The quarterback brings his troops out onto the field for the first drive of the game. Somebody jumped early down there.
False start, offense.
Sometimes what happens on a false start is a lineman will see movement on the other side of the ball and be coaxed into jumping early.
So the penalty will make it 1st and 15. He's taken down around the 27-yard line. Maybe a yard on the run by the tailback.
That'll bring up 2nd and 15.
And they get nice yardage on that run. Third and 10 coming up. Ball on the 31-yard line. He's to the 40. And he's taken down around the 47-yard line.
I like the call here by the defense to bring the heat with the outside linebacker. It was just a better call by the offense, and that's why it's a first down.
First and 10. Ball on the 47.
Well, the defense has to be very frustrated there. They did everything. They got to the quarterback. In fact, it looked like they had a chance to bring him down for the sack, and somehow he's able to throw the ball away.
They'll line up with 5 wide receivers. Fires out to his receiver, and he's tackled at the 33.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Concentration lapse right there. The coaches will be giving them an earful for it, too.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 18-yard line. Caught end zone for the touchdown. needs the extra point. Reese Davis is standing by with this update. Reese?
Let's check out what's going on in University Park. This one was tight.
Lester ready to kick. He just drills this one. Got the corner. Across the 30. Inside the 30. To the 10. And he scores. Touchdown. And some of the players are looking back because we have a penalty on the play.
Receiving team.
McPherson's looking to get in the record books in this one. He's a very special player, and he really deserves all the praise and awards he could get. Big game for this guy. So here comes the offense taking the field for the first time today. He's tackled right around the 40.
Williams brings him down at the 40-yard line. First down.
Fires quickly, and he's got his man. They'll bring him down at about the 33-yard line. The pass good for maybe 7 yards.
This is good timing here between the quarterback and the wide receiver. Recognizing the soft coverage from the defensive back, the quarterback puts the ball right in the money for a nice game.
Gets it. He's in space. And down he goes at the 23.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And the defense gives up some free yards to the offense.
You know, penalties can ruin a team's chances to win if they commit too many.
From the 11-yard line. First down. Throws to the receiver. Got it for the touchdown. The extra point to tie this game up. And he hits the PAT. A short 3-play, 49-yard drive. And that's good for a touchdown. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. He's to the 20. Tackle. Made at the 28.
27 yards.
Every drive's important in a tie game. I look for both sides to come out with some urgency. Inside give, and they make the stop at about the 29-yard line.
Gain of 1 yard. That brings up second and 9.
From their own 29-yard line, second down. He's to the 40. He might have a chance at the 30. The 10. Huge gain, and that sets him up nicely with a first and goal. Flag down, and I'm not sure when it was thrown. Let's find out.
Offense.
That penalty drives them back, and they're shooting themselves in the foot here.
Well, if they can just keep their concentration, they'll avoid situations like that.
So it's second down and long now after the penalty. He's got it with room to run. Tackle at the 26-yard line.
I think it was a great play call, and it was very well executed. Any coach would be happy with that kind of outcome on a first or second down play.
And he's level at the 34.
I know the defense would have liked to have prevented such a big gain, but the important thing is that they held and brought up fourth down.
McPherson is back deep to return. And down he goes at the 33-yard line. And so far, it's been totally even. In close games like this, every possession is likely to matter. Brought down right around the 34.
That's a gain. That brings us second and 9.
Second down and 9 to go. Ball on the 34. He wants it all, going long. Intercepted. That's a great tackle at the 25. Tackle made at the 20-yard line.
Those linebackers do a great job of stopping the run, but they need to be careful of the play-action pass. You can easily get fooled and give up some big yards through the air.
Second down, 15 to go. Ball on their own 20. And he carries the ball for a nice gain.
Call it a gain of 6 yards. That'll make it 3rd and 9.
And he hauls it in. He's taken down around the 35-yard line.
That'll bring up 4th and 1.
Lester is waiting for the snap. They'll bring him down at the 34-yard line. And the offense will take the field, and they're certainly hoping to do better than they did in their last drive, which ended with a turnover.
He can't dwell on the interception. There's still a whole lot of football to be played today.
Looks for his running back, incomplete.
Terrific coverage, and when you clog up passing lanes like that, you can force a quarterback to make some poor decisions. Almost got themselves a turnover, too.
Second down, 10 to go. Ball on the 34-yard line. Quick throw, incomplete, wanted his receiver.
Was the intended receiver on the play. That brings us 3rd and 10.
Five wide. Throws into coverage, just picked off. And he's taken down at the 46. He just jumped up and snatched that ball.
Well, there, I don't think the quarterback even saw him. The defender went up into the air and made a great catch.
From the 46-yard line, it's first down. And he's tackled after positive yardage.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
And he is drilled at the 45-yard line. That was well defended by this defense.
The offensive line is so concerned with their penetrating abilities that these linebackers are able to roam free and make plays like that.
Third down now, and they need to get it down to the 36. So at the end of one, we get a tie game at 7-7. And we're back for more action here in quarter number 2. Makes it out to about the 26. That was a great call.
Yeah, here you see the draw play at its best. The tailback got good blocking up front and was able to pick up a bunch of yards.
First and 10. Ball on the 26. Inside the 10. Touchdown! And he tacks on the extra point. Time for an update from the studio. Reese, what have you got?
Walker's game is solid. He has a touchdown catch. Oh, lucky 7.
And for the Bulls, it does them no good right now to watch that scoreboard at this point. They simply have got to win this game. They line up to kick this one away. It's fielded at the 2. Room around the corner. He gets hit out of bounds at about the 35. With one quarter down, I really haven't seen too much separation between these two squads. Might be neck and neck the whole way. In the shotgun and 5 wideouts. Throws quick to the receiver and it falls incomplete.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Second and 10. Ball on the 35. They'll spread the field with 5 wide. Loose football, and the defense picks it up. And he's tackled right around the 46-yard line. So after the mishap, we've got first down going the other way.
Often you'll see this from a playmaker. He tried to do a little bit extra and ended up losing the ball. It's a nice play by the defense to recover that ball.
They're reviewing if this was, in fact, a fumble or if the ball carrier was down on the play. And the booth is going to take a few looks at this to see whether or not the ball came out before he was down.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
After review, they decided that the call on the field will stand. It's first and 10. Ball on the 46-yard line. Memphis is up by a touchdown. quick throw.
Number 25 makes the grab. Dawson's on the tackle at the 48-yard line. That'll bring up second and 12.
From the 48-yard line, it's second down. Tackled after decent pickup.
That'll make it 3rd and 5.
Quick out to his receiver. He'll take it all the way for the touchdown. And they had a tough time defending that one.
Well, Brad, one of the things with this defense is you leave yourself vulnerable in one-on-one coverage. Great throw by the quarterback and great speed by the receiver.
It makes for an easy completion when you've got a guy who's that wide open. And he converts the extra point. It was a quick three-play, 46-yard drive, and it's good for 7 points. Lester looks ready to kick this one off. McPherson from the 3. Brought down at the 28-yard line. The Bulls know, I think, that at some point they just have to do what they do, even if it's not working right now. If they can get it going in the second half, it should really improve the ball game and the offense.
Well, the offensive line, I think, also has to be accountable here. We look so much to our star players, and we always want them to put up big numbers. But to me, the two go hand in hand. When a running back's going to have a great game, the offensive line deserves some credit. When a running back's struggling, you got to look at that offensive line and say, fellas, you got to help me out. We're not going to change or deviate from this game plan. We need to be able to change this game around, and it starts up front with the offensive line.
He's tackled at about the 47-yard line. And for Weatherford, he brings his reception total to 60.
The numbers say it all, Brad. This receiver has been a very significant part of this offense this season.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 47-yard line. He chucks it downfield. Incomplete. That pass sailed over the receiver's head.
This guy can wing it, that's for sure. He just needs to improve on his accuracy.
There's a strike complete. Very good tackle in space. What a throw for a big gain.
That is a great example of the quarterback seeing the whole field and finding the guy who had the best chance of making a catch.
Deep pass to the end zone. Makes a catch in the end zone. Touchdown. He splits the uprights with the extra point. Looks like they're ready for the kick. But no, from the 2. At the 30. He's taken down at the 39-yard line. Not sure what the flag is about here. Let's go down to the field and find out.
Receiving team.
That's frustrating for a coach when you preach fundamentals every week and then have someone called for clipping. That penalty really is going to set them back.
So now the offense comes back out, hoping for the same success they had on their last drive.
Well, it's one thing to have speed. It's another thing to have an idea of what you're doing and how to attack a defense. And right now, these wide receivers clearly have done an outstanding job in being able to make their reads and getting out of their breaks, and the quarterback to put the ball right on the nose.
That makes it 1st and 10.
From their own 37-yard line. First down, Memphis. Up 7 points. Takes it up the middle for a nice run.
That brings up 2nd and 5.
Man left, man left. Check down. Oklahoma.
Harris, left side. They'll bring him down around the 40-yard line.
Call it a loss of 2 yards on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 6.
From their own 40-yard line. Third down.
Check 50, check 50.
Throws it in a hurry. And down he goes at the 50-yard line.
Call it a gain of 10 yards. That'll move the chains forward for Memphis. First down.
Set. Blue 19. Cut.
He gets rid of this one. From the 50, second down. Screen pass. He's got his halfback. And they make the stop at the 47-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 3 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Check 52.
Pulls down the catch, and he's got room here. Tackle right around the 40. First and 10. Ball on the 40. Memphis is up 7. Runs it right. Nice pickup.
That's a gain of 7 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 4.
We're at play number 9 of this current drive.
3 down.
Once and all, going deep. And it's intercepted.
Paulson with the interception.
First down. And as they come up to the line, they're going to be in the shadow of their own goalpost.
Check. Here we go.
Brought down at the 14-yard line. There's a flag down, and it looks like this one's coming back.
Personal foul. Clipping. Offense.
Clipping is the call, and now they'll have to find a way to make up those yards right here. They line up at the 7. It's first down.
Hey, number 8's coming. Number 8's Mike.
Gets it out quickly. Tackle made at the 21-yard line.
Number 29 on the tackle at the 21-yard line. First down.
Here we go. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike. Down.
Pulls it in, and he's in the open field. And he tackles him hard at the 25-yard line. And for Weatherford, that catch places him in a dead heat for the team's single-season record.
It's been an incredible relief for a quarterback to know he's got a target this dependable. That's why they call his number so often.
Man left.
2nd and 6. Ball on their own 25. Makes the grab and steps out right away. Good pitch and catch there on 2nd down.
Yep, it was good enough to get him the first down. That's just a nice play.
He goes downtown, and he hauls it in at the end of that long ball.
That's a 29 on the play. First down.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 35-yard line. Gives it to the back. Gets out to around the 20.
That's good for a gain of 10 yards. That'll make it 2nd and inches.
So it's 2nd down, and they're only about a foot away from picking up the first down. Makes the catch, and look out. He's taken down. At about the 19-yard line.
Fontenot on the tackle at the 19-yard line. First down.
From the 19-yard line. First down. Throws to the right to his fullback, and he's taken down at the 9.
That's a gain of 10 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and inches.
This is the 9th play of this drive. The Bulls had one of their key guys go down earlier, but it looks like he might be able to return. A quarterback in the gun with 5 receivers. Throws over the middle, touchdown. Here's the PAT to tie this thing up. And he hits the PAT. A nice 8-play, 88-yard drive, and it results in a touchdown.
Brett, I thought the key to that drive really had a lot to do with the quarterback and the receivers getting in sync, making it very tough for the defense to slow him down.
We've got a stalemate right now, 21 apiece. Edwards has his kick team lined up, and he is set to kick this one off. No, fields it at the 2. He's to the 20. He's tackled at the 30-yard line. Both teams have had a lot of success on the offense here today.
It's been fun to watch these two quarterbacks play. Right now, they are both just executing in a way that you always hear that term, they're in the zone. Well, both these quarterbacks and both these offenses, for that matter, are definitely in the zone.
The offense will take the field, hoping for a better result than their last drive.
So much in football is about how you respond to adversity. Moving forward after a turnover is a perfect example of that.
Makes it to the 47.
Good, solid running right there. Getting past the defensive lineman and into the secondary before he could be stopped.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on their own 47. And he's got all the time in the world. So we played 2 quarters. 21-21 ball game. Great first half. Hopefully the second half's as good. He'll return it from the 3. Across the 30. And he's tackled at the 43-yard line. A lot of times you'll see teams start to clinch up a little bit when games stay close well into the second half. You need to stay loose, keep doing what you've been doing all week in practice, and execute when it's time. Rolls to the right. Pulls it in, and that's a first down. That was a close one, but the ball goes out of bounds. First and 10. Ball on the 44. Fires out to his wideout. And he's tackled at the 29-yard line.
Call it a gain of 15 yards. That makes it first and 10.
And he's knocked out immediately after the catch.
That's a gain of 15 on the play. First down.
It's first and 10. Ball on the 14-yard line. He fights forward to about the 13.
Call it a gain of 1 yard. That makes it second and 10.
Zips it to the back. And they're in. Touchdown. And he tacks on the extra point. So that's a 5-play, 57-yard drive. And they come away with 7 points.
Brad, how about the guys up front? The offensive line giving the quarterback plenty of time to be able to read the defense and make the right throw.
The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. He's to the 20. They'll bring him down at the 21. There's still plenty of time to keep running their offense as usual here. I don't think they need to feel any anxiety about trailing. They come out in an empty backfield. Completes it across the middle. He's tackled at about the 39-yard line.
Call it a gain of 15 yards.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on their own 39. Here's the give. He fights forward to about the 40.
Gain 1 on the play. That brings up second and 9.
Quick strike to the receiver. They'll bring him down around the 37-yard line.
That'll move the chains for another Memphis. First down.
First and 10. Ball on the 37. And it looks like they might be bringing some pressure here. And down he goes at the 26-yard line. Makes the catch and gets out of bounds.
That's good enough for another Memphis.
from the 13-yard line. First down. In the shotgun and 5 wideouts. Caught it, but they're going to lose yards. He was tackled immediately. Loss of a yard.
Pretty good stand there. They weren't fooled at all by the offensive play call.
Zips it to his receiver. Touchdown. Here comes the kicker to try to tie this game up. And he adds the extra point. Let's get the latest now from Reese Davis.
Every punch has been counterpunched. A 21-21 tie.
And for the Bulls, they know now that they really got to win this game or they're going to be in trouble in their conference standing. They line up to kick this one away. McPherson fields it at the 1. At the 30. He gets hit out of bounds at the 38. Both these offenses stepping up and answering the bell. Who's going to blink first here?
Exactly right. I've just been impressed with the way they've been able to execute. I mean, there's a lot of pressure on them. Anytime you're feeling that the other offense can put points up on the board, there's a tendency to want to press. Neither one has done that up to this point, and right now it's going to come down to who can continue to execute, put points up.
Fires out quickly to the tailback. Has some daylight. And they make the stop around the 46-yard line.
That's a gain of 8 on the play. That makes it 2nd and 2.
It's 2nd down, and they're about 2 yards away from the sticks. Fires it out.
This isn't even the best example, but I'm going to tell you something. This young man is really getting better at running his routes, which is a truly underrated quality these days.
Check. Texas. Hey, watch that. Check.
Gets out to around the 32.
That's a gain of 9 on the play. That makes it 2nd and 2.
So it's 2nd down and about 2 yards to go.
Tie right. 4 down. Set. Oklahoma.
Brought down after a nice run up the middle. So he got a few yards on that carry.
If you can continue to pick up small chunks of yards like that, you can really start to wear a defense down.
It's caught. First down, and he's out of bounds.
Gain of 15 yards. First down.
Gain by the running back.
That'll make it 2nd and 7.
From the 10-yard line. 2nd down. He makes it out to maybe the 7-yard line. Here's the 8th play of the series. Quick pass, and he's right there to knock it away.
Coach is going to have to be happy with that one. The defender was in the right position to make the play.
This one should be makeable. The kick is up, and it is good. Edwards is lined up to kick this one off. He's to the 20. He's taken down at the 23-yard line.
The quarterback did a really good job in the last drive of finding his receivers in space, and I bet he'll be looking to do the same thing again.
And he throws right away. Got it. Complete. He's out of bounds. From their own 38-yard line, it's first down. He's at midfield. Inside the 30. Brought down around the 18-yard line.
That makes it first and 10.
Man left, man left. Pull down, 25. Right, set.
They try to get a head start there.
Blue 14.
False start. Offense.
Maybe he got the cadence wrong coming out of the huddle. The coaches have a low threshold for mistakes like that.
So we'll have first and 15 after the penalty.
Check nine.
And they got him for a loss. Where in the world was he going on that run?
Well, that's a good question. I thought for a while he got his directions messed up.
Second and 9.
Switch. Set. Oklahoma. Check. Alert. Set.
Wears it out to the right to the halfback. Tackle made around the 22-yard line. Harris picks up about 5 yards on that hookup.
Brings up third and 14.
Third down, 14 yards to go. Ball on the 22.
He's coming.
Zipped it out, and that was almost picked off.
Rogers is intended receiver on the play. Fourth down.
Memphis can tie it up here with this kick. He gets it up, and it's through the uprights. And so we've reached the end of quarter number 3 here with 1 quarter to go. We're all tied up. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. Nice kick, plenty of distance. He's to the 20. Across the 30. And he's shoved out of bounds at the 36-yard line. All right, we're just about set to start action here again in the 4th quarter. We might have overtime in the back of our minds, but down on the field, that hasn't occurred to anyone. They want to end this thing in regulation. Rawls gets the ball left side. And they push him out at the 49-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 15 yards. First down.
We've got a first and 10. Ball on the 49-yard line. Knocked out of bounds at the 39. Not a bad little play there.
Yeah, this is a nice job by the quarterback reading the coverage and delivering a very catchable ball and allowing his receiver to come up with a nice gain.
He's taken down around the 30-yard line.
When you're running the ball for big chunks of yards like that, you've got something working.
From the 30-yard line. First down. He fights forward to about the 29.
That brings up second and 9.
taken down at about the 21. Throws it in a hurry.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
They're giving away
Automatic
3
first
yards
down.
and only making life easier for the guys on the other side of the ball.
From the 11-yard line. First down. Gets to about the 8-yard line. A couple, maybe 3 yards on that run.
And that was the junior corner who'll get credit with that tackle.
Nice run there as they work the outside.
That makes it 3rd and 3.
They need about 3 yards to get the first down here on 3rd down. And it pays off. Touchdown. And for Rawls, he's got a real shot at surpassing the team's career rushing touchdown mark.
These fans know they've been lucky to have a guy like this on their ball club. He's one of the best they've ever had.
He makes the PAT. Edwards ready to kick. It's fielded at the 2. He's to the 20. Tackle made at the 24. Flag down, and I'm not sure when it was
Personal
thrown.
foul.
Let's find out.
Clipping. Receiving team.
That's frustrating for a coach when you
Still
preach
touchdown.
fundamentals every week and then have someone called for clipping. That penalty really is going to set them back.
This is a pretty crucial series right here with things being so tight. Your best players have to step it up on both sides of the ball. Out of bounds at the 12-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 1 yard. That brings up 2nd and 8.
2nd and 9. Ball on the 12. Harris gains about 4 yards on the play.
Gain of 4 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 6.
He's under pressure. Lester is waiting for the snap. McPherson takes it at the 45. He makes it to the 35-yard line. And offense is back on the field after running the ball very well on their last drive.
This offensive line really opened up some big gaps for the running back last time.
Tackle at the 26.
Call it a gain of 9 yards. That'll make it 2nd and inches.
It's 2nd down, and they're about the length of the football from the first down marker. And he's tackled around the 25-yard line.
Call it a gain of 1 yard. That'll bring up 3rd and inches.
Less than 3 minutes in the game. He gets out to about the 22-yard line.
That's a gain of 3 on the play. That makes it 1st and 10.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 22-yard line. Inside the 10. He's knocked out of bounds at about the 5-yard line.
The thing about the toss is if the blocking is set up well out in front of the runner, he can really pick up a good head of steam before he encounters any potential defenders.
Takes it up the middle for a nice run. The Tigers taking their first time out of the half. Second down and goal. About a yard to pay dirt. Defense in their short yardage package. And he's got the touchdown. And he hits the PAT. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. No, from the 2. He makes it out maybe to the 26-yard line. So now both teams come trotting back out onto the field. Just over 2 minutes in the game. Here's the throw, and I don't think he got anything on that.
Gain 2 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 7.
They'll line up with 5 wide receivers.
You know, at that point, I think, Brad, the quarterback's just better off just taking a sack. You have to be very careful as you're feeling pressure to throw the ball just to throw the ball. If you feel like you're not going to be able to make a play and the defense got you, just give up on that play and get ready for the next down.
Blue 14! Blue 14! Motion, motion, motion. Hey!
And he can't get away from the pressure. They get to the quarterback and end that play before it even got started.
This young man didn't even have a chance to make something happen. It's tough to find your receivers when the defense is in your face like that.
And it's the offense that takes the field on 4th down. He's tackled at about the 47-yard line. Throws it, and oh, he dropped it.
That could have been a huge shift in momentum if they were able to hold on to that one. Wow, that was close.
From their own 47-yard line. 2nd down. He's got an opening. He's all the way home. Touchdown. And he adds the extra point. The onside doesn't bounce their way, but, you know, give these kids some credit. They fought hard all the way down to the wire.
Wow, what a great football game. We've been very lucky to see such a hard-fought battle.
You know this is a real crucial time in the game. It could still go either way. Just over a minute in the 4th quarter. And down he goes at the 36.
There's nothing more effective that a team can do offensively than to pound the ball right at the defense, trying to wear them down.
1st and 10. Ball on the 36-yard line.
4 down. Hey, watch Sam. Check, Mike.
He takes the knee, looking to take some time off that clock. The Tigers using their 3rd and final timeout. from the 38-yard line. It's second down. And the quarterback's going to take a knee to drain this clock and any hopes the opposition may have had.
Two tights, two tights.
Three down.
Set. 10 tight.
He'll go down to one knee.
Check, tight right. Full out there, check the outside there.
It's final, a close one to the very end. 45-38.
The Tigers 38.